When I started, we were here. Oh no.
We are
How are
back.
you, Brian?
I am great. Living my best
So-
life.
We are back in part 2 of our Sleepy Hollow game, where we join Jonesy, Three-Fingered Jack, the Captain, Clyde Bundy, and Ezekiel Shalatoon. These 5 interesting figures that we've met and who told their ghost stories in the first part of the game. To give a super brief recap, the group are good friends with the schoolmaster of the little town of Sleepy Hollow called Ichabod Crane. Ichabod is in the process of romancing the young and fabulously well endowed with property and beauty and intelligence, Katrina Van Tassel. And Ichabod is desperate to win her affections, and he seemed to be doing so on the night of All Hallows Eve or the October Festival with the help of his friends telling exquisite ghost stories. When Bram Bones, the rival of Ichabod, and his Sleepy Hollow boys insinuated themselves into this entire situation, causing great havoc, and there was the casting of accusations, there was intimidation tactics, and finally, as things seemed to come to a head, Ichabod took off into the forest with the ghost stories ringing in his brain. There was even talk of that fabled figure, the Headless Horseman, from the Hessian days of old, where the Hessian soldiers destroyed the Quaker community that Sleepy Hollow used to be based on. Gang, as we jump into things, I'll take a super quick note of the fact, just in case anyone needs a reminder from last time, or people are tuning in for the first time, comments won't be shown in this video. However, anyone who does leave a comment will get a corresponding dice roll that Geneva is rolling behind the scenes for you. Those dice rolls can come back in to affect the actual game. So comment away, and you will have tangible consequences, hopefully, upon the lives of our heroes. Whether they be fortunate or foul remains to be seen. My friends, you ready to get back into it?
Always.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hurtling through the woods, tangled tight like the leafy scarf about the cozy, dozy town of Sleepy Hollow, you're struck by your surroundings. As Bram Bones and his crew gain upon you, you hear the reedy piping of the katydids, smell the catkins on the silver birches and black alders, dangled like necklaces of perfumed pearls. Hedgehogs ramble, those turn-neck owls hold a conversation with the breezy boughs of whispering leaves. Fall leaves crunch underneath you with a sound more satisfying than frosted snow crust. The moon strikes pale lances through the shield of the canopy. This autumnal picture of your homeland is almost absurdly beautiful. Leaping the narrow creek bed, you find Ichabod in a little thicket in a grove of trees, cut off by their sheer density. He's bent double, his thin chest heaving, his cheeks flushed. God, breathe. What do you do? Bram Bones and his gang are right behind you, but you've managed to reach Ichabod first. What would you like to do?
I'll help you, my friend. Here's a little something to get you up. I take my tool belt, which is filled with all the tools of the trade of a barber, of course, and I just spray a little bit of the pick-me-ups that we have for the women, when they sometimes get a little fainty. Well, I have one of those tiny sprays that they can help to just give them a little something. And
you have snuff powder?
No, it's just something the medicine man procures. It's really efficient. It's like 30% cocaine and...
Oh, goodness. Well, Ichabod Crane, as well as all of you living in a different time when perhaps less was known about certain things, says, goody, cocaine, and snorts it in. I find myself well energized. Where is that Bram Bones? I'll give him what for.
I look at Clyde and I say in hushed tones, why the fuck are we friends with him?
Fucked if I know. I am interested in how much Jonesy's got of recreational substances, however.
As lumber from me.
He didn't say what the other 70% was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's mostly rat poison and thunder. At this point, as Bram Bones and his gang come stumbling up into this little clearing, this little grove, completely surrounded by dense trees, which seem almost stately as they loom above you in the moonlight. You see Brom come. I see. This is where it shall be settled. Ready to embark upon a real ghost story?
Settled? I mean, are these men flirting with us? Because, I mean, from the looks
Definitely.
of them, that
One of
is
them
what-
elbows Brom and says, "Are we flirting with them?" "No, we're not flirting with them, you fool. We are taking them out. We're settling things via strengthened.
Fisticuffs?
You see, he's looking at something over your shoulder, the captain.
I'm not falling for that one.
No. Here's the thing. So I'm like, so just to get this straight, we sat in a campfire. We told some amazing stories. He told one he didn't like. You chased him down here. We beat him. We beat you here, and now you want to fight because you didn't
I
like
thought you
a
wanted to take
ghost
us out for
story.
dinner.
You didn't
The
like a
colour-
ghost story.
The color is draining from his face.
I personally believe it's because of what I've just said. I'm like, well, of course, and then just like, kind of like mock him that little bit more.
Ezekiel, you hear the clop of hoofs behind you. What do you say, the captain?
What do I say to the captain? I don't.
Yes,
What does
yes.
Ezekiel say to the captain? I'd be like, do you not think it's a little bit pathetic that you're trying to get this fair maiden's hand? Jesus, where the fuck did she go? Actually, anyway, it doesn't matter.
As
Where
he
is she?
looks around, you can see the two of the Sleepy Hollow boys turn tail and run. Now you can hear it, Clyde, and you as well, Jonesy, the clop of hoofbeats.
Yeah, you better run, you fuckers.
Could we just for a moment?
As you look around, you can see emerging out of the darkness as if birthed by it, a figure astride a horse whose ribs have been blasted out and chewed by an insane cocktail of toxins and age and wear. You look at the creature itself, like all of the skin and muscle has rotted away so that it almost seems carved from the throat to the groin. This horse, despite its lack of a throat, gives a single dark and hideous whinny. You see, striding atop it, literally saddled, is a figure who, for a second, you think, no, there's no way. And even Ichabod gives voice to that. And then Brom, almost in simultaneity, no. As Ichabod says, the Hessian, you see in this creature's lap, it bears its own severed head, its eyes, hollow sunken sockets, acrawl with blind white bugs. The Hessian has come, the spirit of those ancient soldiers, decapitated and encroaching upon all of you. This figure, the headless horseman, as it approaches, I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Okay, so all of our good rolls are gone.
Yeah. That would be a 9.
Oh wait, no, Monk. Woo, let's go.
I'm going to go ahead and say that for my roll, I rolled very poorly on my initiative, but thank you so much, Kyle, for your comment. I'm going to go ahead and take that 20 for my initiative.
You son of a bitch, Kyle.
Thank you so much.
Was that Kyle Wilkinson, so I can know who to kill in my story?
So at this point, who got between, after rolling initiative, so remember to add your dexterity modifier to the d20 roll to calculate your
Dexterity.
initiative.
Dexterity. Yeah, that's
Yes.
not going to help.
Who got between 20 and 25? Oh dear. Who got between 15 and 20?
I did. I rolled a 19. But then I got to subtract 1 because I got -1 for dexterity.
And then
18 too.
18 and the captain?
17.
Okay, so Jonesy and Three Finger Jack. And then 10 to 15,
Yeah, 11.
Ezekiel.
Clyde. Literally holding his dick in the woods. Being like, are we doing something, lads? I'm a copper.
I'm a traditional copper. I have no clue what the fuck's going on.
Accidentally handcuffed yourself to a tree. You're like, oh no, lads.
Wrist to leg.
Without me, I'll catch up.
Who brought donuts?
At this point, as all of you gaze upon this figure, you watch as they hold the severed head, and turn its eyes towards all of you. The figure says,
Guten Nacht, meine Freunden. It is a pleasure to greet you tonight.
Well, boys,
Just in
looks like we
Deutsch.
gotta find us a Hessian tonight.
Das ist so verdammt schön, eine andere Deutsche hier zu finden. Wie lange haben Sie hier gewohnt?
And it looks like Jonesy's possessed by the devil or something.
Yeah, that area
That's-
was.
Funny.
he looks directly at Jonesy and says,
Das ist sehr sick, Jonesy, the barber. I think I will strike you first.
Oh,
Oh,
one
we've got
question
Itchy
though.
Body. We've got Itchy Body here. He is clearly who you were after. He ran away last time. We've brought him.
Lars, I have a question for you. What's your armor class?
That is, can I borrow something from the
Das
chat?
ist nein gut, ja.
It's a 16.
You cannot borrow 16 for armor class.
No, 15. I have 15.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so that's going to be 2 hits. As the creature spurs itself forward, it proclaims,
Ichabod Crane, his blood is the blood of the Quakers who slaughtered me and my crew. It was they, and he who must pay that price. Look at my poor head. Look at yours.
he flings his axe overarm. Just as he does that, the horse's mane explodes into flame. Ruins crisscross the axe head as it spirals in archaic maelstroms towards you, my friend. As it hits you once, you watch as it slices into your neck, Jonesy. Into Jonesy's neck, everyone. You can see the bright splash of blood, and then a second from the other side as the thing whirls back around him like a dervish, slicing into the meat of his throat. And my friend, you take... So 8 points of slashing damage and 11 points of necrotic. And then you take that again. So that is 16 plus 22 is 28 points of total damage.
Not to correct you, but 38. I really shouldn't correct you here.
That feels great. In that case, so does that reduce you to 0 hit points?
No, because I got some temporary hit points to use. Fortunately.
Well played, Jonesy. You all watch as Jonesy staggers in place. Do you say something, Lars?
Why strike me? I'm the only one who can help you with that mess of a mane you call hair.
That ends the Hessian's turn. This headless horseman has turned up to claim Ichabod Crane, your friend the schoolmaster, for the Quaker blood flowing in his veins. Some ritual is at place as the fingers of pale moonlight creep into the wood, no longer beautiful. It is, as we begin this combat, Jonesy and Three-Fingered Jack.
All right. May I go first, senor?
Well, go for it there, Jonesy. I'll let you go ahead.
All right. Well, if it is like that, then we do this the right way. I take my razor out, clip it out with one hand, and then I extract my scissors with another hand, and then I aim straight for the hair on his head. I want to try clipping out the hair on his head so his head falls free.
Clever. So that he drops his head. That's so smart. Yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. Can I do I get 2 anyway when I'm multi?
You get one with your offhand with your bonus action, yes.
Awesome. So the first is 14. That's a 19 total. And the second is, oh, that's just a 15 total.
19 total and 15. 19 is going to hit. 15 is going to just miss. So are you hoping to do damage here, or are you just hoping to create some other effect like blinding the creature because it can't technically see you when the head's fallen? Would that work for you, Lars?
Oh, I am only trying to get a hand on the head itself and then have fun.
Glorious. Oh, you actually want the head in your hands.
Oh yeah, totally.
And
Did we
yes,
all immediately
Yep.
think the
Yep.
same
Yes.
thing?
yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah, it's Jonesy.
so
Jones is an odd man, folks. He's a very
Jones
odd
is a very odd man.
Lars, I think you're definitely going to hit, but I think there's a percentage chance that you are going to succeed and a 50% chance that you're going to fail. So roll a d20 and you want 11 or higher, and the head is going to roll into your hands.
8.
Okay. Are you satisfied with that number?
Not at all.
Would you like to use one of the? You get one of the comments you can deploy.
Oh,
Do you want
hell
to do it
yeah.
now or do you want to do it later, though?
Hell yeah. I'll take James's for sure.
Thank you so much for your comment, James. And you watch as the creature is snarling, the lips peeled back over rotted gums. It says, "Ichabod the Crane." Oh shit! And you watch as the head topples forward, scooped up by Jonesy as a single lock of old rotted hair comes spiraling down. As you pick up the head, it looks at you.
Let me go.
How about no?
It is. At the exact same time, it is Three-Fingered Jack.
All right, boys, time for Three-Fingered Jack to show y'all how it's done. I know how to fight these here Hessians. You gotta take out the cavalry at the knees. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my axe and I'm gonna go straight for the knees of that there horse right there.
Oh, brutal. You can absolutely. So you have your 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's right. I got 2 duds. 2.
I can chop down a horse. I can chop down a tree.
That's right. Okay, I got 16 and I got 15.
Anything to that? Your attack bonus, which I believe is +6.
Yeah, that's right.
So 21 and 22 both hit, Michael, so you can roll your damage. That's 2d12 +6.
All right, hold on. 9 plus 6 is 15. 8 plus 6 is...
Oh, it's +6 overall. So 9 and 8 is 17, +6 is 23. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
The
That's
first,
math.
yes, is dealt against your foe. The first damage. What does it look like? What is the combat approach of this lumberjack as he wheels towards this flaming, half-scooped, skeletal nightmare steed?
Well, he's gonna take a lumbering, because he's a lumberjack, you know. He's gonna lumber forward, and he's gonna go down on one knee, and then he's gonna swipe forward, and because he's just got 3 fingers on one hand, you know, because he's Three-Fingered Jack. It gives him very good fulcrum power, so he can get real good swipe forward. And I'm gonna break my computer here, right? But anyway, he's gonna swipe right here, and he's gonna hit it right across the knees, or the front knees there, of that there horse. It's gonna hit him just perfect right there.
It's action of this articulate and electrifying quality that have made Michael a bestseller for years. At
That's
this
right.
point, it is damn right. It is the captain. Kick-ass job, by the way, Michael.
So I'm here there looking at Brom and being like, Brom, like, what type of man are you? Are you now you're watching? There's a headless horseman here. He doesn't have his head. And like Jonesy has his head. But like all that buff and bravado, everything. This is where men are made. What are you going to do with your life? How can you look her in the eye? If you shit yourself here, What will you do?
Go ahead. Are you trying to make a persuasion check, Brian?
Yeah, I am.
So are you going to go action or bonus action? It affects the difficulty class.
I will go bonus action. Oh no,
I
I
got
will go action on this. Wait, no. Can I go bonus action and pick someone's number if my number fails?
Yes, you can actually. You can deploy.
Okay.
Everybody gets one.
I'll bonus action, and I will see what my roll fails, and then I'll go with someone else's. Never mind. 18 plus 1, so 19. I did not take anyone's.
Yes, you did not. And you watch as Brom Bones looks at you, his loathing as he narrows them, turning to a kind of abject dread as he stares at this headless apparition. For all his talk of ghost stories and his tomfoolery, Brom Bones has never seen anything like this. He looks from it to you, to it again, and says, his jaw firming, Katrina. Her name gives me courage. You watch as he rolls up his sleeves on his forearms and says, I'm with you. Direct me, Captain.
Fucking idiot.
Not
So
that kind of captain, silly.
I just am like, well, Three Finger Jack can't attack the other 3 legs. So take the other legs of the mare, the fucking horse.
Yes, I will use my sprightly spiffing body. Yes, you watch as he charges the creature, and as the lumberjack hacks into the legs, he stumbles. He begins to sort of, more sort of a big stride, and then he stumbles over roots, and there's for a moment just a slight prance, and then he's back into the running. And as he stumbles forward, toppling ass over tea kettle, the horse's legs get tangled around him, and I think, I'm going to make a roll for the creature to see if it can maintain its feet. Oh, that is not going to be sufficient. You watch as spilling forth the undead body of the Hessian, the horse goes prone, and so melee attacks against the horse, and by proximal, they're literally linked, the two of them, the Hessian and the horse, by a kind of sick necromantic energy. Any damage against them obviously counts for both, but attacks against the melee have advantage. Does that end your turn, Captain, or do you?
No, that was my bonus action.
Oh dear God.
I would like to fucking run up and fucking punch that horse in the head.
I see. So you're gonna Arnold Schwarzenegger in Conan.
Now, if we want it for dramatic effect, I would like to shadow step and appear like just midair beside it, being like, sup.
You guys watch. All of the soaked, drunken quality to the captain has melted away like shadows under moonlight. His movements are precise, practiced, and as he slips into the shadow and reappears, you're just bringing the fist down, Brian?
I'd be like, nay, bitch.
Oh, howdy there, Captain.
Well, look, at this rate, we're all going to have to hoof it. Brian, go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Excellent. So because I'm a monk, it's going to be 2.
Oh, dear God. Actually, sorry, you've used your bonus action. I thought it was going to be 3.
Yep. So the 2 I have is an 11 and a 14, but plus 7. So that'll be an 18 and a 21.
Both hit. Roll damage.
Both hit. So that is 2d6 plus 4. That is a 10 and a 7.
Brian, remember to plus 4 to each roll.
To each roll? No, a 6 and a 3. So it's a 10 and a 7.
Perfect. 17 points. As you slam your fists into the long equine face, the creature's head jerks to one side, and you can actually see, like for a second, in sickening profile, the creature's head cants to one side before it back in place, letting loose another one of those hideous whinnies. Do you have anything else you'd like to do? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you know what? I think on my second punch, while that was fucking connecting, I was like, yeah, that's a stunning strike. First one, I was like,
So I have a con save in my future, don't I?
You do indeed.
So that is a 15. What is your DC?
Sorry, DC for key is
8 plus your proficiency plus your what's your wisdom modifier?
wisdom is +2, proficiency is +3.
So that's
So
13.
13. Sorry, yeah.
I succeed. The creature is definitely damaged by your attacks, but the stun does not go through. It is still cognizant.
Fine.
You look past, by the way, where the creature has fallen, and you can see Bram Bones looking down at his arm, which has been hyperextended and is now twisted hideously to the side. And he goes, "Huh." At this point, it is Ezekiel.
I raise my shovel and point at the Hessian and say, "The dead belong in the ground, boy. I'm going to make sure you go back there." And then I cast Guiding Bolt.
What level are you going to cast it at, my friend? You can cast it at first, second, or third level.
I'm just going to go.
You got this, Kev. What are you thinking?
Actually, I'm going to go second level.
Yeah, I got you. So make the dice roll, the d20, obviously, and remember to add your wisdom modifier plus proficiency. Proficiency is +3.
18. The wisdom is +3. And did you see another +3?
Yes. 24.
Yes.
That is incredible. All of you watch as this bolt of guiding light blasts out of the shovel head, taking. Are you firing this at the
Oh god, yeah.
at the Hessian's head in
Yeah.
Lars'
Yeah.
hands?
Yeah.
As the creature, its jaws open, and you can actually see its teeth like tombstones. And as the maggots and the bugs squirm along the walls of its mouth, you watch as it draws breath through non-existent pipes to say something cruel to Jonesy, to damn Ichabod Crane. And just as it opens its mouth, your guiding bolt sails directly into the brain and deals how much damage? You're rolling 5d6 radiant.
5, isn't it? 5.
5d6.
Is it 4 at level 2? Isn't it 3d6 at 1 and then?
No, it's 4 at level 1.
Oh, Jesus, that's
Guiding
weird.
bolt is incredible. Best first level spell.
Ten
10 points of radiant damage. This creature is vulnerable to radiant damage. It takes twice that. You also watch as the light blazes up through the internal structures of that severed head. The light cascades all around it, turning it into a kind of awful jack-o'-lantern. The next attack against it has advantage, thanks to Kev's successful hit. And Ezekiel, does that end your turn?
Healing Word's a bonus action, yes?
It is. Yes, it is.
I'll cast Healing Word on Lars, on Josie.
Perfect. So that is a D4 plus 3.
That's 6.
Thank you.
It's not much, but you know.
At this point, Clyde, as you're preparing yourself for the attack, the creature is going to use a legendary action. It is a creature of fables and myth and dread, and you watch as the head held between Jonesy's hand lets forth a wailing shriek that echoes in all of your ears, causing the eardrums to attempt to burst in bright sprays of blood. The creature is going to scream, so I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
That's a D20.
I'm going to use somebody else's. I'm going to use Paul's roll there.
Yes. Brian, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'd love if you used Ryan's roll of a 3.
You'd love if I did that.
That would be wonderful.
I will take that then. So my result is a total of 5.
Thank you, Brian. And the rest of you.
15.
19.
I never used anyone's rolls. Why am I being punished?
Because of
You are now.
What are we adding to it? Sorry?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Oh, sorry.
Bad fuck.
20 then. 20.
20's good.
Fuck you,
beating for me.
Jonesy. I hope your head lops off just like the Hessen.
Mine or his?
So anyone who rolled below a 15 on their con save takes 19 points of psychic damage. Anyone who succeeded takes 10. Or sorry, excuse me, takes 9 points of psychic damage.
I got a 16 plus a 5, so I got 21.
So you take 9, boy.
So I'll take 9 plus damage.
You watch as poor Ichabod, a roll for him. That is crap. He says, "Ugh," as he grips his thin head, and you all watch as blood begins to trickle between his long fingers. Your friend is hurt, and if he dies, then some dread element of ritual will occur. Should you not be able to defeat the Hessian first, Clyde, it's you.
Well, as a cleric, I'm going to have to be going for a bit of a Sacred Flame, because that's just the way I roll.
Okay.
So I'll be having a bit of Sacred Flame, but just because I'm kinky as well, I'm just to check these details here. The horse has fallen. The body is on the horse still.
Correct.
They're close
Kind
by.
of sprawled along it.
Fantastic. And the neck is pretty much open.
That's true. It's a stump.
Fantastic. I'm going to take my mace. I'm going to be casting a little bit of radiant damage on said mace. And then I'm going to introduce him to it intimately. Grab the front of his collar and whoopsie.
So Sacred Flame.
That'll be the badger.
So, Jez, as is the case with our usual Wednesday night games, that is not at all how the spell works. Roll to attack. Oh no,
What am I doing, sorry?
We're doing it. Roll to attack.
Fantastic.
No. Can we appreciate something here? You've literally just said that Ichabod Crane is now on the throes of near death, and if he dies, all hell breaks loose. And then Jez's next sentence is, well, as a cleric. And we're all like, clearly, he's going to heal Ichabod Crane. He's like,
No,
I'm going to spirit flame this, and I'm going to punch it through that guy's neck. I'm like, what part of cleric do you not understand?
Well, a member of the law choosing violence, that's never happened.
I am Battle Pope. I will punch it to death. Sacrilegious! Sorry, please continue.
Go ahead and make your attack roll, Jez. You got this.
15.
And do you add anything?
Oh, God, what do I add for that one?
For this...
do I add anything? No, I don't
I think it's your wisdom modifier.
Oh, my wisdom modifier is +4. I'll be having a 19. That sounds a lot more healthy.
And doesn't he get advantage because it was the advantage?
No, it's not the horse.
It is actually known, and this is a melee attack, so Michael is right.
It's all one entity.
So you can
I'm not going to take that second roll. I'm just going to stick with the first one.
Okay. And at this point, as you excavate this thing's boiling, old caked bloody neck stump with your sacred weapon, you deal 2d8 points of radiant damage and 1d6 point of bludgeoning.
Okay. That would be a 1 for the d6. 5, so that's 6 so far. And a 6, so 12. Excellent.
And then what's your strength?
Yes. That is 15 plus 2.
Yeah. So +2. Perfect. Okay. The body gives hideous paroxysm shakes in response to what you're doing to it. Essentially ice cream coning in reverse. And as you come away with these old O'Brien like that, as you come away with these little scraps of clavicle and old degraded bones clinging to the head of your flaming sacred mace, does that end your turn?
I used my bonus action to do Sacred Flame, didn't I? Or is that included in?
Yeah, I'd say we'd include that in the bonus action and action.
I can accept that this once.
At this point, it is... Yes, okay, it is the creature once more. All of you watch as these changes in the wood, it is becoming, the beauty of your homeland wood is cracking under the onslaught of the headless horseman's hideous influence upon this place. You watch as the ground underneath your feet becomes a strange misty gray, these milk white wisps. You watch as the moonlight takes on an awful burnt quality, as if trying to mimic the flame roiling from the headless horseman's axe and the mane of its mount. It is, yes, going to swing its axe, and it's going to target two of you separately. Let's go for one on Ezekiel and one on Three-Fingered Jack. That is, so I crit Ezekiel and a 17 versus Three-Fingered Jack. Does 17 hit your armor class, Michael?
Well, my armor class is a 16.
Delicious. Okay, so you're going to take...
Can Kev use another one of the rolls in the chat instead?
Oh, yes. Kev, do you want to exchange the crit for a different roll if you'd like to use your one?
Yes, which I've not used yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to exchange it for a low number, I think there's quite a few available, including...
If we use
in
GA,
fairness, sorry, Daniel Wisniewski is my narrator, so I will take his 9 in one of my later rolls.
Oh, perfect. So, Kev, would you like perhaps... Jeff has rolled a 2. Would that work?
I can't. Did anyone take GAs?
Oh, the early one?
I didn't.
Or-
You don't want the 16.
That will then hit
low
you.
number.
All right, I want to know. Go on then.
Excellent. Thank you so
What
much
did
for your
you-
comment, Jeff. At this point,
Jeff,
as the
yeah.
axe comes wheeling to you, Ezekiel, it slices into Three-Fingered Jack, dealing that is 19 points of damage to you, Michael, as the axe is scything, like with these awful snicking sounds along the edge of your spade, along your shovel. But Ezekiel, you manage to batten it away, and you feel it whisper past your earlobe just a hair's breadth away as it scythes into the night, this spinning mass of steel and flame. At this point, it is the creature gives forth a roar and proclaims,
Ichabod Crane, I will have you.
"Save me, my friend. I wish to see Katrina again, please." It is.
Sorry, Clyde, I reiterate, why the fuck are we friends with this guy?
Basically, he's just asked us, just look after me so I can
That-
get laid
that-
later.
That Bron guy, I 100%, he seems really legit. I think him and Katrina.
And then they'll
it
be
is
rich.
Jonesy and Three-Fingered Jack. As the two of
I
you are.
went first last time. You go ahead.
Perfect.
All right, well, first off, that stung you some, bitch. All right, so I'm going to take my axe. I'm going to hack it into the neck of that there horse right there. Because I was sitting right next to it. Because I hacked at his knees.
Yes.
All right, that was a 9.
Brutal.
And that's a 14.
The 9 is going to make a 15. That's going to miss. But the 14 and 6 is 20. That will hit, my friend. Go ahead and roll damage. 1d12 plus 3.
D12. That's a 9. Plus 3. Plus 12.
Points. The headless horseman and the creature are beginning to look rough. Jets of flame begin to squirt out of both of their physical forms, as if the fire itself is their blood. Some strange pyromancy behind the necromantic energies here. Does that end your turn, Three-Fingered Jack?
I mean, I don't think I can do anything else, can I?
You can just look awesome. Jonesy, what are you doing at the exact same time?
All right. At the exact same time, I take my scissors and instead of holding them like this, I put my fingers into the two the two openings, and then I slam them sideways, the scissors sideways into the head of the thing to give myself a nice grasp, nice handhold on the thing with the scissors halfway inside the brain.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. You have advantage because it's still wreathed in Ezekiel's graveyard light.
First one is 19. Second one is 10. So yeah, 19, 25.
25 definitely hits, my friend. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's gruesome, and I like it.
Well, that's just a 7. I'm not too sure if sneak attack even works here.
Yeah, you have advantage, so roll sneak attack.
Oh, that's way more fun.
Thank
Wait,
you.
how did he get a sneak attack?
He's got advantage.
14. So that's a 17.
Sneak attack operates by advantage or by proximity of allies.
17. And then I use a bonus action. I think I should be able to grasp the cleaning alcohol I, of course, have on my belt and pour into the mouth of the bastard.
Literally into. So as your scissors, they don't slide. These scissors are so sharp through your careful attendance. They actually whisper through cartilage and jawbone directly through the skull, passing through it as effortlessly as a hot knife through jam. And you watch that as the hair sizzles and you can see it smoking, and the creature, as you dig deep and then uncork the cleaning fluid and drain it, it actually soaks into the wound. And the creature is roiling, the head thrashing between your hands. It's actually a conscious effort to keep these scissors clung in as it joggles back and forth between your palms. Roll an additional d10 points of damage, Lars.
Okay. Oh, it's 9.
Brutal, brutal, brutal.
Can I toss it to Clyde?
Oh, yes, you can. And it is the captain's turn.
So, how many people have played Final Fantasy X?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So,
Where is
what
this
I
going?
would like to do here is I'd like to incorporate a number of fun things. I would like to shadow step in front of Lars, Jonesy, and I would like to initiate the Ject shot, which is essentially I am going to kick the head straight up into the air, and then I am going to jump up after the head, and I am going to spiral in the air and literally kick the head right back down into the ground for impact damage.
So, as Jonesy, like for a second, Jonesy, the thought intrusively pops into your mind. Clyde has this. As you toss it in his direction, in a yoink moment of bizarre alacrity and precision and weird monkish awesome, you watch as a foot impacts the head from below, sending it soccer ball style up into the air. You watch as the captain follows, teleporting from shadow to shadow, only to come slamming back down. Roll 2 attacks.
Now, this is the thing. I have 2 feet. I'd like to use my bonus attack, and I'd like to use some key to make this 4 attacks.
Flurry of blows. Go ahead and roll 4 d20s. This tiny head is about to get fucking Manchester United.
Wait, okay, plus 7 to hit. Oh. Okay, that's an 18 and a 22.
Okay.
And that is a 17 and a 14.
And so the creature's armor class is 16.
Now wait.
Okay.
I would like to change the 7 I rolled to the 9 that Daniel gave me.
Okay, nicely done, Daniel. And great
because
job.
Daniel Wisniewski, he's my friend. I didn't take Harmon's 18. I'm such a good guy. So I hit all 4 times. So such a good guy. Like, honestly, I just want you all to visualize this, okay? I'm just being my best self.
It's
Just
vivid, and
watching
I like it.
Okay.
Watching that scissor get
So-
hammered further and further into the skull.
Oh, the scissors sliding deeper into the fucking brain tissue. Oh my God, Lars.
Yeah,
great
yeah.
image.
It's so are we someone with mathematical capability?
Yep.
10,
Mhm.
8,
18.
7, and
Okay.
5.
That is 30.
30.
30 points of damage as the head comes slamming back to earth, bouncing for a second. The scissors turning face up so that those round little grippers handles, goddammit, glint in the moonlight, disappear into the head underneath the sole of his foot. The scissors actually vanishing into the brain in themselves. The Hessian gives a roar, and the creature is going to absolutely take its legendary action to do its wailing shriek. However, this time at a much higher decibel level, sending great whiplashes and ripples of concussive force through the wood, knocking Ichabod and Brom, who was getting to his feet, back on their ass. And I need all of you to make another Constitution saving throw.
What if someone is still in the air, like really high up?
In which case, Brian, the concentrated quality of this grove actually channels it up to you. Go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
I've missed you so much.
I missed you too.
Well, can I use a dice roll from someone else?
I think Harmon specifically sent you that 18, didn't he?
I'd like to use that one. Yeah, I got a 3.
You can absolutely use the 18, which means you only take 15 points of damage of psychic.
Oh yeah,
perfect. And so anyone who rolled below did anyone else roll below a 16?
Well,
Yep.
I would just like to visualize this.
Please.
Like, there's this head I just had in my hand. I just poured a lot of shit inside it, rummaged around inside the skull
True.
with the scissors, and then it suddenly disappeared from my hand.
with the word blitzball being screamed above you.
Up into the air, slammed downward again, landing right in front of my feet. I scream a little from the shock of it, and then the bastard screams right back at me, and I get a critical failure.
Oh, my friend, Jonesy suffers 30 points of psychic damage.
Bye.
So, Clyde, did you roll below a 16?
Sorry, I'm literally.
Yeah, I got a
floating
9.
midair in a backflip, being like, lol.
Three finger Jack, are you still up?
I got a 12 plus a 5 is 17.
Oh, so that's
Plus-
a success.
plus what?
You
Plus what?
only take it's Constitution. You only take 15 points. Michael, are you still up?
11.
How many points?
15.
15. I still had 32 points.
So you dropped down to 17 now.
I'm
Perfect.
at 17 points. I'm still up.
Ezekiel, you okay?
19.
Only 15 points of psychic damage. Jez, did you pass?
No, I got 11 overall.
Oh crap! Is Clyde down?
I don't know how many points of damage.
30 points.
I'm still upright. I've got 17 left thanks to the temporaries.
For an instant, all of your ghost stories come rattling back to you. All the secret misdeeds that your characters have done, all of the strange rationalities they've spoken to themselves in the whispered dark. We are so close to running out of time, so I got to wrap this up. Thankfully, the creature is on incredibly low hit points, and it is Ezekiel. What you got, Kev?
I think
Kev, we have a minute and a half.
Loving the urgency. It's like, let's think about this. Hit it with the shovel.
What you got?
Yeah. Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
That's what I was going to go for, you bastard.
Spirit Guardians. So I'm going to make here, Kev. We need to do this so fast. Roll 3d8s for me, and depending on my Kev, I just rolled a natural 1. Depending on how much damage you do here, this could resolve everything.
But you need to deliver the
5,
deadpan.
and 6.
8, 5, and 6.
19.
Quick math.
With 16 remaining hit points, you watch as the Spirit Guardians lance out of your friend, taking up the creature, whisking the Headless Horseman up into the night before plunging it all down as a grave shovel tamps down the earth on a recent grave. You all watch. You like reel backwards as the blast of force, fire and heat, and a concomitant coldness, as if dipped into ice and hell itself. As all of you and Ichabod are blasted back, Sleepy Hollow, in its waking dread, is slipped back into its strange, dozy slumber.
Can I just say, I literally land on my feet, having fallen from the sky, and be like, "Holy shit, I'm awesome!" It's like, and then looking around at people down, being like, "Ew, what?
Yeah. That is us. If we ever get a chance to continue this game, who knows? But for the moment, evil is vanquished, fables are conquered. These heroes before us, having saved Ichabod, perhaps to be married, or for some other darker fate to befall him. My friends, I don't know if Geneva's going to cut us off, but will we do a super quick plug from everyone? We can start with where can we find you? Who are you? And what are you working on, Jez?
You can find me on Faceache, on Discord, on Amazon. I'm working on Arise 5 next. I've got Arise 4 on Patreon, and Arise 3 just released.
Lars?
Filthy Back Alleys, that's where I'm at. And I will be out with really
gang.
awesome.
I'm so sorry to interrupt us.
All right.
I think we'll do a list of comments. We'll stick things up. But thank you so much for joining me. You're the best.
See y'all later.
Bye.